from Julio Cruz and Gaylord Perry to Alvin Davis and Harold Reynolds to father and son back-to-back bombs, from Junior J, Joey, and Edgar with Randy, A-Rod, Dan, and the Sheriff, to Ichiro Moyer and Mikey C, to King Felix, Kyle Cruz, and Cano, to the present with Julio, Gilbert, Kirby, and Cal. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. We got our super producer, Indy, out there in Nashville, Tennessee, rocking the ones and twos. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services, bringing the show to life. Got to give a huge shout out to all the homies in the live chat. Thank you for all the energy you bring. You are such an important part of this show. It's your boy Ty here, but y'all know my man is cooler than the other side of the pillow. RG, what's up, man?
So, the types of Texas girl I used to see. And then I chose this cutie pie with whom I want to be. And I apologize if this message gets you down. And I CC'd every girl that I CC around town. And hate to see y'all frown, but I'd love to see her smiling. Wetness all around me, true. I'm no island. Peninsula, maybe. Makes no sense. I know crazy. Give up all this pussy cat that's in my lap, no looking back. Shout out to Andre 3 Stacks. My oh my, it's another sports podcast. It's time to go to work.
Well, y'all know we've been working with our good friends at Romantic About Baseball, and at My Oh My, we're so proud to be a part of the Baseball Lovers Alliance. We are loving baseball right now. We are loving the Mariners. Shout out to our friends at Romantic About Baseball. Great follow on Facebook. RG, I was stressed out about the weekend series with the Houston Astros. Maybe I was tripping. Talk to me about this Mariners surge.
If you're a Mariner fan, as long as I've been a Mariner fan, this is something that we haven't seen in 24 years, where I get to be on this microphone with the homie Ty and tell you that the Mariners have a magic number of 3.
Woo!
Now, granted, for content's sake, didn't have to do that 24 years ago because we pretty much had the division won by Father's Day. But this is something that we have not had a chance to celebrate and see in a long time. We have a magic number of 3 to finally hang another banner in T-Mobile Park that says the word champion on it. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. This team seems ready for the moment. And if you thought the moment was going to be too big for us, the same way that we had been stressing about it, they went out and told all of us to shut the fuck up with this 3-game winning streak, with this sweep of Houston over the course of the weekend. Man, what a time to be a Mariner fan.
Oh my gosh. There's so many ways to look at this, and let's just jump into the obvious, man. Cal Raleigh. Unbelievable. He passes Mickey Mantle for homers by a switch hitter. He passes our man, Kenneth Griffey Jr. for most home runs in a season in the Seattle Mariners organization's history. I can't believe it. They don't like it, and we love it. And you know what, RG? We still got to get ours in the playoffs. There's still a ton of work to do, but we love to say it, man, and we love this era of wrestling. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And this is where I've struggled so much with the Mariners, is they beat Houston in the nondescript games in April that really don't mean shit yet. But this was a crucial series. Guys are coming up big, and I gotta dish it back to you in the low block, RG. At least in my opinion, our starting pitching is coming through at their potential, and that's really dangerous for the rest of the league.
Wu was out there dealing before he got pulled off the mound, and I believe they say he's day-to-day, so we'll keep an eye on him over the next 6 days. As much as we need him, we need to find a way to get 5 wins in the next 6 games to not have to feel the need to rush him back and let him try to figure it out right before the playoffs start. But Kirby, man, came out and dealed. in what could easily be the game of the year if you're a Mariners fan. Shout out to Victor Robles for that miracle catch to end it. Just unreal athleticism, man, and just the fearlessness to come back from that type of injury and still be willing to put his body on the line to help get us to the ultimate goal. Then today, LOG, the OG, triple OG, double OG, came out willing. Now, granted, he didn't have to do a lot because he got some crazy run support. Second inning, Astros fell apart. J.P. Crawford, grand slam, base runner later. Cal Raleigh gets up, and you know what happens. 58, baby. Like I told you, I was a little bit sad to see him pass Ken, just because, my legends mean something to me, but we need every single one of those, man. Every single one of those. If Judge's OPS numbers weren't off the chain like they were in his batting average, Cal's MVP. I personally don't see it being that close of a vote, especially with not a lot of people staying up late on the East Coast to watch Mariner games who have an opinion. But that man has been nothing but an absolute legend for us this year. The guy who I want to give my kudos to, and I hope we can sign him up, Indy's been saying it a couple times, Josh Naylor, man. Yep. We need to lock that dude in. We need to lock that dude in. How is the third slowest player in all of baseball a member of the 2020 club? Now, granted, he didn't hit all 20 home runs with us, but just the type of season he's had. And it was a move we should have made during the offseason, but we made it when we made it, and I'm happy to have him. Just brought production to a spot in the lineup where we really needed it. It came at the expense of getting to see if Luke Raleigh could develop in anything. But, hey, what's really important to us, man, 3 more wins, and we finally get to be AL West champions again. And on top of all that, if you haven't been paying attention, Detroit has been slipping up, man.
Ooh.
Detroit has been slipping up. So if the Guardians find a way to pass them, not only do we have the tiebreaker against the Astros, we got the tiebreaker against the Guardians. And then that gets us out of wild card weekend.
That would be huge. It's critical for me, RG, that the Mariners find a way to win the division, and getting that first round bye would be even better, because it's clear as day. Now, the Mariners have done a really good job on this most recent road trip that they just finished with a sweep at Houston, but we know they had 2 absolutely horrible road trips coming into this one. We know that their record is substantially better at home. And then if I look at each of our starting pitchers, RG, every single one of them has drastic home road splits. I do think it's pretty critical if the Mariners actually want to make a World Series run that they get these extra home games. I think it's going to be crucial to their success. I'm so glad you shouted out J.P. Crawford in the grand slam and the huge 7-run inning for Sunday in the sweeping game of Houston, because he's been clutch ever since the Mariners have caught fire. The previous weekend, he had a RBI double late to help Kia win. He had a home run late to help Kia win. You referenced a grand slam to get the party started. Shout out to J.P. Crawford. He is making too many errors for my liking. Colt Emerson is breathing down his neck long term, but I don't care about long term right now. It's all about what you're doing for the team. And I'm so glad you brought up Robles, because RG, if we have Canzone at DH and if we have Robles in right field, I get the best of both worlds for what I want. Canzone has caught fire again. His season has been a complete revelation. He's looking like a legit MLB hitter. We know Robles with his speed, his energy, his contact. We get both those guys in the lineup together, and I really think we're cooking with fire.
Now, let's not sell him short on his 3 home run performance the other night. Yeah. Absolutely earned his spot. Absolutely has earned his spot to be a part of this lineup as we get ready for this crunch time. But think about it, man. Handle your business against the Rockies. And that takes all the pressure off the Dodger series. And the Dodger series just is showing, hey, we're going to show you that we're here to compete. Handle your business against the Rockies. And it eliminates any fear going into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Magic number 3. Oh my God. Yes, it's a big deal.
Man.
Yes, it's a big deal. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen to us often. So celebrate it, enjoy it. Enjoy your moment of victory because it really doesn't last forever. It really doesn't last forever. This season is not like next season or the season prior to it. Just enjoy it while we got it, man. We're on the cusp. We fully control destiny and don't need someone to link out 3 wins over the next 3 days to help us jump 2 spots in the wild card. We control it. Handle your business against the Rockies. And it
It's
could
a
set
great
up any
point.
better. We get the Rockies and Cleveland and Detroit go 3 up starting Tuesday.
Welcome him in, dude.
So just can't wait to happen, man. Can't wait to happen. Let's see here. Tay Williams. I know why Tay Williams has 3 thumbs down, but it ain't about baseball. We'll get to that later. Pint Size Analyze. Hey, man, happy to have you. Thanks for joining us here on My Own Mice, another sports podcast. We're the people show. We're the people show. No egos over here, just fans talking to other fans about the things we love the most when it comes to sports. Mariners lifer. Kirby looks like an ace again. Whatever was going on with him, he seemed to figure it out. And yes, Tommy, the M's lineup is stacked. This is it. This could be it. This could absolutely be it. Just so excited, man. So excited.
Laser focus time, man. Laser focus. And you're so right, dude, because I do worry about the Colorado Rockies, and their season is absurdly horrible, man. I just look, their run differential is negative 404. Negative 404, RG. The second worst team is at negative 198. They've doubled up the second worst team in baseball this year, but they still won 44 games. If you're not locked in, if you're not ready to win, they're going to get number 45 and possibly number 46 on you. So I could not emphasize what you said as much, just enough. They got to be locked in, and I have no doubt they will be. But RG, I've been so pumped up about this team lately. They've gotten big enough leads the last couple of games that it hasn't hurt them. But RG, talk to me. Am I crazy to be worried about the bullpen right now?
Well, we should be. We should be. We're still not completely out of the realm of, oh shit, Mariner time could pop back up on us again. But I thought that Ferguson tonight was just a victim of not getting some calls that he should have.
Yeah.
Vargas probably threw 2 pitches that he wishes he could have back, especially that one to Paredes late in the game. I feel you, man. Vargas by reckless. I feel you, man. But yeah, dude, just we definitely need our starters to be able to go deep and
Yeah.
see if we could shorten that transition in the bullpen to get us to Munoz. And as good as Munoz has been, Munoz is still an interesting experiment as well too. Just because you never know, you never know with him. At times, in my opinion, I think he's trying to overthrow, and then when he doesn't, he's in a group. So let's definitely hope he can't come out too jacked up. If he stays in control of his mechanics, that slider is just unreal to try to hit. I couldn't imagine being up there trying to hit that thing, but for all intents and purposes, man, this by far has been one of the best Mariner seasons that we've had. Just even taking a look at some of the stats here, when we scored 741 runs in the season with a run differential of 68. It's been a while. It's been a while. There were times where we would be in this position fighting for that last wild card spot with a negative run differential right about now. So the team has played remarkable baseball, and let's cap off what's been a legendary series by the legendary season by Cal with getting him to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Getting him to
Yeah.
the playoffs and letting the nation see his talent. Not just
Yeah.
him, the whole team, but to showcase your MVP. Best way to do that is to get him to the playoffs.
Good point, man. Good point. I look back at the Mariners' history as a franchise, and they've had excellent seasons go to waste more than any franchise that comes to my mind. And we're, like we said, we're referencing this is a historical season. Honestly, RG, okay, I just want to ask you first, actually. If you had a vote today, would you roll with Judge or Cal for MVP?
Unfortunately, I'd vote for Judge. I'd vote
Yeah,
for Judge. Those
that's where
numbers
I
are
lie.
unreal. Those numbers are unreal. Much as I love that Cal has done what he's done, Judge is Judge is a face. He's one of the two faces. So, and he has earned that right by his performance. And I don't want to hear shit about us, the Little League field. You still had to put bat to the ball. We were having a conversation off mic earlier about the home run record, and it's obvious Barry Bonds was on the juice, but you still have to catch up to a 99-mile-an-hour fastball in order to hit it, and steroids don't help you do that. So, I can't even be a homer here with it. I would go Judge if I had a vote.
Okay. I actually would too. And this is nothing against Cal Raleigh because so many things say Cal, but you said it. Some of his OPS statistics, RG, he has a 209 OPS plus. 209 OPS plus. That means he is 109% better right now than the average big leaguer at the dish. And to top it off, the whole point of OPS plus is to add in ballpark factors and pitching quality into the equation to try to come up with different ways to judge how good a hitter is, no pun intended. But take nothing away. Cal Raleigh's season's been amazing. I want to give a shout out to Julio Rodriguez too. He has been one of the best two-way players, if not the best two-way player in baseball this year. And they finally got it right, moving him down to third. The stats bear it out. Almost all of his positive production comes when he's batting third. And RG, I just want to ask you then, does Julio even have the hitting mentality to lead off, or do you think he's better in one of these run producing positions?
If it's broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep it where it's at. No
Yeah,
need to
same here.
tinker around with positions, with lineup positions at this point. What we've been doing happens to be working for him. And I trash Julio first part of the season because I hate it. I hate that we have to get to July to get his bat to come around. But when it does come around, the dude right now sitting at 31 home runs and 96 RBIs.
Mm-hmm.
Went from 100 and first position in OPS for qualified hitters, and now he's in the top 10. Just the turnaround that guy happens to hit when he hits it is just amazing. I just don't understand why we have to wait to the All-Star break to get the best of it. That's
That
it's
might be who he
mentally
is.
frustrating.
That might be who he is. I'm just saying. Some guys are like that, but maybe if we have him bat third for an entire season, maybe we get more of this production. Because to me, he is too much of a free swinger and doesn't have enough plate discipline, or maybe even the pitch recognition to be a leadoff hitter where the Mariners have put him so many times. His skill set is to drive in runs. His speed be damned. I love his speed. But he's just not a leadoff hitter, so let's not mess with that anymore.
No need to put him there in that spot. No need.
No.
No need. Let's see. Vargas doesn't locate the best. Back to that conversation. Yeah, and he kind of proved that point tonight. Pine-Size Analyst says, I feel great with Munoz, Brass, Spire, and Brizardo, though. I'll take it. And I'd ask Ferguson to the mix, too. He's been what was advertised in him with the trade.
Yeah.
He's not going to give up a whole bunch of 450-foot bombs. He's going to keep the ball in play, and I just thought he was a victim of not getting some calls tonight.
Yeah.
The Pie-Size analyst, this feels like some trauma being healed by sweeping the Astros this weekend. Almost. Almost. We still have to cross the finish line.
And we still might see him again.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Julio's been a star. I'll always defend him. And it's not that he doesn't have the potential or the talent. It's just that slow start makes you question, and then you wonder how in his head he is. But it's something about when the temperature heats up, the boy seems to instantly turn it around. You could almost time it with the watch, the way that he comes around when the temperature seems to get hot outside. Mariners Lifer, I love Julio. I just love second half Julio more. That's the story of us as Mariner fans, man. We're in the
Yeah.
same boat with you, but still happy that that guy's performing at the level that he is, and if he can stay consistent, three wins away from getting a chance to prove the points.
Just sweep the fucking Rockies, dude. Just right away. They're coming to Seattle, man. And it's going to be beautiful weather for the week. The sun will be shining on these players, man. Time to take out Colorado. And I want to agree with the live chat on one player in particular right now. I brought him up a few times this year, but Eduardo Bizardo, what a revelation. He was borderline terrible. I would always get extremely nervous when he would come in the game the last 2 years. He's completely flipped the script, and you love to see it, man, because this is a guy who is basically pitching his way into a minor league career. All of a sudden, he keeps getting better and better and better in this year 2025, to the point that he's gone from the lowest leverage guy to a guy you trust in the seventh or eighth inning in a tight spot. And of course, you know I'm going to go back to this. According to Google StatCast RG, Bizardo has the fourth most horizontal movement of any slider in the major leagues. So when he's locating, he's devastating right now.
And we definitely need that. We definitely need that. The one thing we're going to have to do too is find a way to manufacture some runs. We are the
Yes.
fourth most reliant team on the home run, and in October baseball, the the opportunities for that math to fit into the equation doesn't work that well. So we are going to have to find a way to manufacture some runs without relying on the long ball to get it done. But again, there's the things that we can do better are always going to stand out. But for those of us who have been on this ride and true to the blue since Junior slid at home and got dogpiled on the team, this is something that is very rare to us, a chance to actually win the division. So all energy towards that. Don't want to bring up anything negative, really. All energy towards making sure, like I said, sweep the Rockies. Sweep the Rockies and take care of it. Because the Dodgers are going to be in a dogfight too. Because the Diamondbacks are only one game out of the final wild card spot, so they're going to give the Dodgers hell starting starting Tuesday. They still only have a 2-game lead over San Diego. We don't want to be in a position where we're going up against that multi-billion-dollar juggernaut with the all-stars that they have, and we're still fighting for some type of desperation as well too. Not that we don't have the dogs to be able to fight, but you have a chance to not put yourself in that position. Sweep the Rockies.
No doubt. No doubt. What amazes me about Major League hitting is you're just talking about in the live chat, Vargas not locating. He's throwing a lot right down the. I mean, the guy pitches high 90s to 100 with relative ease, and he gets tattooed pretty regularly right now. And so it just shows you how important it is to locate your pitches. That's what I've noticed with George Kirby is when George is on, he has pinpoint command, and he's gotten that back. That's crucial for his game. When he's painting the black with that fastball, now we see the all-star quality George Kirby, and I'm just pumped, man. You said it, dude. It's been 24 years since the Mariners have won the division. It's been 24 years since they won the AL West. They can take nothing for granted. I stand on that. I don't care if the Rockies have arguably the worst season in Major League history. They've still won 44 games. So if you show up hungover, they will get 45 and 46 on your ass.
There was no such thing as an iPhone the last time the Mariners won the division. Wireless headphones didn't exist. Most of us still had the Nokia 3390, and we were playing Snake in our downtime. The last time the Mariners won the division. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal, man. Very big deal. And T-Mobile is going to be rocking this week. Matter of fact, Friday night during the Dodger game, come look for the big cabron from the Cinco Cero Cinco. Me and my lady will be attending the Friday night game. Then Saturday, get to have some fun. Finally get a chance to hang out with the dude on the side of the screen. You get to run around the city with him, and then Sunday we'll be at the game. So come find us, come interact with us. Tyler won the lottery, so he'll be buying beers for everybody. Just going ahead and rack up that credit card. Mariners lifer. Do we end the year at home? Yeah. Everything is in T-Mobile. The 3 against the Rockies, 3 against the Dodgers, all on the corner of Edgar and Dave. If you live in the area, come check it out. Which NL team do you want to face in the World Series if we make it Brewers for that historical beef? Dude.
Hell yeah.
I can't think about that right now. I just want 3 wins. I just want 3 wins to guarantee that we make the dance. And once we make the dance, anything is possible. I don't care if it's the Cubs. I don't care if it's the Padres. I don't care if it's the Dodgers. I don't care if it's the Tacoma Rainiers. I don't care if it's the Albuquerque Isotopes. Just want to see us get these wins necessary. Results from the poll are in, and of course, 60%, 40%, but take Big Dumper as the MVP. And it's not that our hearts don't want to vote for Cal. It's just that we look at it in this totality. Cal's home run numbers and the things he does as a switch hitting catcher are amazing. Judge is still one of the top 3 players in baseball, hands down. So, and his performance speaks it. His performance speaks it. So, it is what it is. We'll see how the voters feel about it when we get to next Sunday.
And where we at, RG? I just want to. Do you have a hard time voting MVP for a guy that's batting under 250? Is that in the equation at all?
It's the same argument that I would use about why I don't think Felix is a Hall of Famer. I would. I absolutely would. I absolutely would. His WAR is him being top 10 and winners above replacement. It's hard to argue against, especially at the position he plays, especially having the manager staff. The toll that catching takes on your body. And Cal's not a little guy. That's why they call him the Big Dumper, because he's built like that for a reason. I just trying to put myself in the mind of what the voters will look at the criteria. And growing up, I could see them voting Cal out of voter fatigue. I don't know if that happens so much in baseball. In basketball, with Jokic, I completely get it. Like someone put up, Tommy said he'll get Jokic. I could see that in basketball. I could almost see that in football because Lamar Jackson should have easily won MVP last year.
Yeah, I think it happened last year in the NFL.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson should have easily won MVP last year. But then you also take into effect too media market size. I've listened to this whole East Coast bias thing when it comes to sports reporting my whole life. And I do understand why, because the meat of where that reporting takes place and the heads you listen to talk about it all reside pretty much on the Eastern time zone, and not a lot of dudes are staying up checking for Mariner games. I just feel that personally rooting for Cal and knowing what he means to this team and that he's the reason why we're in this position, going back to calling the organization out when they lost to Texas, coming out and having the year that he's having, dropping Boris as his agent, wanting to stay with the organization. And if Cal isn't having the year that he has and we weren't in the position he has, we don't go after Robles. I mean, we don't go after Naylor. We don't go after Gino. We don't go make the move for Ferguson. We'd still be running Cal Raleigh. I mean, not Cal Raleigh. We'd still be running Ty France out there if it wasn't for what Cal has done. And being a part of that, I'm like, how can you not see that this guy's the MVP? But I get it. Vegas does like Cal. Those numbers are a lot closer than what they were 3 months ago. It's almost at a coin flip. And if you believe in those types of things like I do, find it at your local sports book.
Yeah, there we go. Well, here's the thing, though, RG. I think a huge part of where we might want to put Cal in the MVP voting is where the Mariners finish. What if the Mariners do finish with the second best record in the American League? Well, that changes my mind a lot more on the value of what Cal's given the team this year than maybe if we scratched in as the last wild card.
I do believe in this. I do believe in this. And since this is documented, we'll come back to it next Sunday night and see how right I am. Cal finishes with 62 home runs. Cal Raleigh wins the MVP. Because those types of numbers lead off Sports Center. And when they lead off Sports Center, it changes the mind. It leads off baseball tonight. MLB tonight will be talking about it. It flips the mind in the talking heads whose opinions really need to be changed, who may not be looking at everything the way that we think that they are. I mean, for God's sake, someone thought that Ken Griffey Jr. wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer. Someone thought that Derek Jeter wasn't a unanimous Hall of Famer. So anything can happen when it comes to that MVP vote. And yes, I feel you, Mariners lifer. The Yankees probably could be who they are, but being the captain of the New York Yankees has this error attached to it that's just undeniable about it, because none of us grow up in the backyard other than Ken Griffey Jr. saying, I want to be the star for the Mariners while we're hitting home runs in the backyard and running around little field bases. You dream about being that top guy for a legacy team, and just that nostalgia just affects people in certain strange ways. But again, I say this: let Cal Raleigh have 61 home runs going into that Dodger series, and then the talk is him and Ohtani all weekend over these sports radio networks and the big time media outlets. I guarantee you, it's swayed some opinions.
Well, man, it's fun. It's been a ride. It's been up and down, and this week is critical. But RG, man, anyone in the live chat, there's my homie Sam, my boy Sam Mack. We've been close friends since T-ball, since kindergarten. What's up, homie? Huge game by the Hawks today. But RG, I just can't get over the catch by Robles, man. I literally lost my mind. I had not lost my mind like that since the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. That's how critical of a moment it was, because first off, we already give up the grand slam to Pena, and I'm already worried sick. And then Munoz doesn't have his A stuff. As that ball's mid-flight, Robles is sprinting in. I literally think the ball is going to drop in there. Then the game becomes 6-5 with one out, a man on first and third, with Altuve and Paredes coming up. In that short time the ball was in the air, I thought about all those things, and I thought we were screwed. Robles lays out for one of the best diving catches I've ever seen. And RG, what happened on the base passes there for Myers? What? Can you give me any answer why he wasn't halfway between third and second?
The little league base running mistakes that normally strike the Mariners found the wrong dugout, or found the right dugout, if you want to throw it that way. The catch is great. The catch is great. I would say this: it definitely is a top 3 catch of the year. There's something about home run robberies as a baseball fan that just, when you see him, and that kid from the A's has some amazing home run robberies this year. So I'm thinking that vote goes that way once they announce all of those towards the end of the year. I can even throw you some old school shit. Jim Edmonds, who is a top 3 defensive center fielder of all time. Don't care who you are. Jim Edmonds is the man. The catch when the ball hasn't beat and he tracks it down in center field and dives on the warning track might be one of the best baseball catches of all time. his best catch is when he robs that home run and then he jumps over and he runs back in with it, waving his hand. That's his best catch. So the Robles catch was great. The home run robberies, I think, just because of what you go through, emotions everybody watching it goes through. But for Julio did not have a chance at that ball. And for that catch to be made, for them not to hit each other, and for Little League Base running to catch up to the Astros, absolutely great.
Freaking love it. And okay, here's another thing. You know how much I love Dom Canzone. Dom Canzone doesn't get close to that ball, man. Only Robles. And this is why I love having two guys in the outfield with legitimate center field range, because almost every other right fielder in Major League Baseball, RG, would not have the speed nor the courage to make that play.
And we all know that Robles has to go on to make that play.
Just
so glad.
Onions.
so glad we didn't end up with that San Francisco situation. But it couldn't have worked out any better. Any better. If there was, we were talking about exercising the demons earlier with my man Pine Size Analyze. That might have been a sign that things are finally changing in the way that the Astros have just had dominance over this division for a while.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, speaking of dominance, we do love some stuff on the gridiron, even though we are a Mariner-centric podcast. RG, I thought your Philadelphia Eagles were dead.
Nope. We saved the best for last.
Oh, that's the best for last.
Go on ahead and poke your chest out.
You want me to talk my shit?
Go on ahead and poke get your bars off about beating your JV team today. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to start off. Y'all want to shit on the Saints because they're a terrible team. I want to remind everybody that they just took the 49ers to a 1-score loss. They just took Arizona to a 1-score loss. And the Seattle Seahawks decide to beat them down by 31 points. You heard it last week when I'm saying Tory Horton should be a guy to think about on the waiver wire. This guy's an explosive 5th-round pick. He's a great route runner, great hands, 95-yard return to the house. I don't even know who number 44 is on special teams, RG. He is lighting dudes up in the return game. He is lighting dudes up in the kick coverage. Sam Darnold's dropping dimes. Oh, yeah. And this defense is just ferocious. I don't know if any other team in the NFL has allowed less than 17 points in each of the games they've been at it this year. And this defense is doing all that work with a secondary that's decimated by injury right now. But thank the Lord that none of those are season-ending injuries, because we're going to get healthy again. This is a bad squad. Oh, yeah. My man Byron Murphy talking about leveling up in year 2. I love seeing guys improve, RG. You know I love seeing young players take big jumps. Byron Murphy's doing that. Big Cat Williams. We got motherfuckers flying off the edge. I am so hyped about Seattle sports right now, man. Life is good if you love the teams in the Pacific Northwest.
That was cute. What place are the Seahawks in? Oh, I know.
That's cool. You can go out. Hey, just have another 10-1 start, then we'll kick your ass, and then it'll all start spiraling from there.
I can't hear you. The fireworks from the Super Bowl championship is still going off in my head. Talk louder. Nah, good shit, man. And
oh, yeah. Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 1 receiver. Charles Cross. You're going to have less. There's no way I could count 10 tackles better than him. I might not be able to count 5 tackles better than him. The Seahawks don't have a bunch of sexy stars right now, but watch, man. When the dust settles, this team's going to be in the mix.
His name is Lane Johnson, and you're absolutely welcome. His name is Jordan Mailata, and you're absolutely welcome. Yeah, that was cute. You forgot the best part to mention to him. Don't you have a ticket stub from today's action?
Man, everything's electronic now.
I just meant the fact that you didn't mention you went to the game.
Oh yeah, yeah, boy. Me and my brother just yelling my heart out as loud as I possibly can. You want to know who is maybe the best 12 on the planet? My homie Sam. He is one of the single best 12s on the planet. Beautiful day. And it was one of those crazy ones, too, where I brought my rain jacket. It was pouring down early. Then it got actually warm and sunny as the game evolved. Wonderful time to be a Seattle sports fan. I love it, man. Texas Power hates all this happiness. You goddamn right, man. Eh, your Rangers came up a little bit short this year. And on a side note, RG, what the hell is up with the Texans offense right now?
I think that's why he's sad, but let's not say anything to trigger anybody. It's still been a rough 2 weeks for most people. Tay Williams, I hate Jerry Jones. You should also hate Caleb Williams because that boy looked like an NFL superstar today versus
Oh
y'all.
no.
Oh man, fun times. Let's get into what really matters. The defending, reigning Super Bowl champions. Philadelphia Eagles took on a team today who some people were saying we're going to put an end to the winning streak and we wanted nothing to do with them. And unfortunately, if you were like me and you got up and watched the first half of that, they couldn't have looked more pedestrian. Like they just didn't care. This was just another Saturday, Sunday on the schedule. Let's get through this and find a way to go have some cheesesteaks. But no, we spotted those punk asses from LA 26 points in the first half. Matthew Stafford was just killing us. Their run game was shredding our defense apart. It looked like all despair was lost. And then the best quarterback in the NFL,
Oh, jeez.
Jalen, all I do is win, hurts. When pulled out the cape, took the shirt part at the center and showed the Superman ass, baby. The things that people say they don't like about it is not his fault that Howie Roseman has built a machine up in Philadelphia. That he doesn't have to do things that Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow have to do to go out and win games. He doesn't have to throw for 300 yards. He doesn't have to throw for 4 touchdowns. But today, when we needed him, he throws for 3 touchdowns, leads us back from being down 26 to 7 to a 27 to 26 lead. Rams go down the field. Actually, I take that back. 21-26 Rams at this point. Rams go down the field with a chance to put it away. And Jalen Carter comes through the line, jump, blocks the kick down. Eagles get the ball, go down. It's 4th down. We're in despair. It looks like we may falter. The streak may be over, but what does Jalen Hurts do? He finds the Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith in the corner for the go-ahead touchdown. Then Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua. I'll give it to you. I don't have to play him twice a year. Puka Nacua is a fucking problem. That dude just seems to be open all the time, and no matter who you put on him, he's fucking catching the ball and he's going down the field with it. Fucking 4 plays, 3 pass plays in Puka Nacua, and they're already in field goal range. And it looks like the Rams have a chance to finally put an end to the Philadelphia Eagles winning streak. And what happens? Another Georgia Bulldog Bird Gang member, Jordan Davis, jumps it, smacks that thing out the air. You a big man, I'm a big man. We get the most exciting 10 seconds of football. Scoops up his own block and runs it all the way back to put the nail in the coffin, keeping the Philadelphia Eagles undefeated. For those of you who are into that kind of thing, make sure that the Eagles win by more than 3.5 and does what the Seahawks can't do, and that's beat the Rams.
Ooh, ouch, ouch. The Rams are a really good team, though. That's a huge win. That's a huge win. I thought they were dead. Because I saw the score at what was it 26? Do you say it was 26 nothing at one
26 to
point?
7.
26
26
to
to 7.
7.
And
Wow.
really, had Stafford not have thrown that pick to Braun and we scored the first time we got the ball, that game's over. That game is, for all intents and purposes, is over already. But the Bird Gang rides again. The Bird Gang rides again. Shout out to Tim Chavez. Shout out to Anthony Bachelier. Shout out to Trey Mauga. Some real close dudes I know from here who are Rams fans. And I want to tell them, the Rams don't love you.
Ooh. Well, okay, I got a question then now. So the passing game for the Eagles, although they've been winning this year, it's only been 3 games. It's been pretty stagnant until the second half of this Rams game. I assume they opened it up a little bit. Do they need to open up their offensive attack a little more earlier, or should they really try to stick to this more old school 20 to 24 passes per game?
I'm a homer. I'm gonna give you the homer take on it. We're a chameleon. We can adapt to whatever style of game it is.
That's how you win
Um,
titles.
absolutely, absolutely. We tried. They did a good job of balling up Saquon, and they came into that game with nightmares of Saquon running the lengths of the Mississippi up and down on their asses last year. They did a good job of balling him up, and it's just something about we we don't rely on that passing game the way that I believe that we should. We we are a running football team, but again, we can adapt to, if it gets into a shootout, we could do that. Um, if it gets to a dogfight when we're throwing rocks, we could do that as well too. And when you win the chip, not talking shit, when you win the chip, that team is never the same coming back. We
Nope.
did what you hope to do with your defense at the NFL. You keep it young, you keep it athletic, and you keep it cheap. So the guys who were going to be expensive, we got rid of. And God knows I would love CJ Gardner Johnson back there. But again, with the NFL defense, you want it young, you want it athletic, and you want it cheap. And that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly where we're at with it. We got some rookies who need to grow up fast. And again, not throwing stones at them, just talking from a position of knowing what it's going to take, because there's, you don't win every game that's like that. With the Chiefs being the exception to the rule from last year. But again, when you're growing new guys in the positions, we got his safety. I mean, the corner Johnson, everybody picks on him, and
Mm.
Lane Johnson got hurt again. A better tackle than any of the ones you were trying to fraudulently put over earlier with your rant.
No,
Uh,
my dude plays. That's a little bit of a
Lane Johnson's
difference.
a fucking beast, bro, and you better watch your mouth. Um, Lane Johnson had stinger in his neck, and
Ooh,
for a long time, the guy we put in was just getting manhandled. Went to another backup, Fred Johnson, and he came in and held it down. So was able to
okay.
get more protection in. So if Johnson can't go next week against Tampa, Lane can't go, we'll roll with Fred. Um, what scares me is if we don't get the pass game running early enough, how engaged do we really keep AJ Brown? Because once we started getting the ball to AJ Brown, um, that dude's a beast, man. That dude's a beast. And, one on one matchups, let's go with him. Let's go with him. And Devontae can almost catch anything. He did have a drop that killed the drive that I thought he should have made a catch, but he always
Mm.
finds a way to come back and redeem himself. Um, Finding ways to win. Finding ways to win is what this organization happens to be good at really over the last couple of years, minus the meltdown after that 10-1 start. But like I started earlier, put some respect on Jalen Hurts' name. The thing that everybody loves is the 3 touchdown passes and throwing the ball downfield, all that kind of shit. Well, he came out and did that the second half and led his team to a win. So it's in
Mm-hmm.
there. He just doesn't have to rely on it because Saquon Barkley's the fucking god, and So you don't. We're a run first team. So we do need to be more dedicated to maybe using the pass to open up the run more. Because there were times where, and shout out to Jared Verse and Brendan Fisk, Florida State boys.
Oof.
I'm a Florida State fan, and that those two dudes are worth their weight in gold. They were
Yeah,
making it
they
tough
are.
for him. They were making it tough for him. But once we got the pass opened up, it softened up their rush, and we were able to get some things done. But a fantastic day in South Philly, man.
Dude. Well, great day for a lot of the NFL fans out there. And I'm an NFL draft nerd. That is just in my DNA, man. What have you thought about second round pick safety Andrew Makuba out of Texas, who I absolutely loved as a college football player?
I fucking hated him for parts of that Kansas City game until he got that interception in the end zone.
Did he get torched?
He wasn't making it pretty. And Mahomes trucked him on on that touchdown run, so he really
Oh,
wasn't helping his case. Mahomes lowered the shoulder on his ass, and then he gets the interception then he gets the interception in the end zone to keep Kansas City from winning. And I completely changed my tone on him. I think he's going to be good. Johnson is the one that's the liability. Johnson's
okay.
the one that's the liability. Makuba's going to have the chance to grow in and be pretty good, as well as Campbell too. Um,
Okay, I got a quick question then.
yeah,
Is Johnson you're referring to, is he the guy that's replacing Slay?
yes,
Okay, okay.
yeah, yeah. He's the
So
one that's replacing Slay.
no, so that those are big shoes to fill. I don't give a shit if Slay is old. Those are big shoes to fill.
And again, young guys are going to have to grow up fast. I honestly
Yep.
believe with the way that our team is built, there's a 2 to 3 year window where we can get back to the Super Bowl Sunday and have the opportunity to win 1 to 2 more before all those Georgia Bulldogs get real expensive to keep.
Hmm.
Still going to need to see a little more from, as you called him out last week, Nolan Smith Jr. But a lot of that also gets turned different when we get Nakobe Dean back, because they'll tell you of all those Georgia dudes who we drafted together for a reason. Nakobe Dean is the leader of that group. And it's just something
Hmm.
different when he's out there with them where they begin to go. But Jesus Christ, man, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter just absolutely, absolutely heartbreaking to the Rams today to go out and snatch 2 consecutive field goals back to back, and then Jordan Davis runs one back for game. Just awesome.
Clever dudes in the live chat, man.
All right,
You,
let's chop it up with him. Let's chop it up with him. Jalen Hurts is the worst Super Bowl winning quarterback since Russell Williams. That's not true. That would be Ben Roethlisberger when they beat, oh yeah, the
oh,
Seahawks for it. 9 of 20 for 102 yards. The worst statistical performance from a quarterback to win actually goes to Ben Roethlisberger. Only thing he has done in the Super Bowl is outplay Pat Mahomes twice. Shut your fucking mouth. Next, call me a hater. You're right. You know what? I wake up real early to have extra time to be a hater. Don't make me come rain down on your parade, Texas Power Ranger. Um, yeah, that's why Sam is in there getting you. Puka is a top 5 wide receiver. That dude's a problem, man. That dude's a fucking problem. And I McVay pretty much helped us out, because it's something someone pointed out about McVay and it made me think back. That dude loses all his aggression when he has the lead.
mm.
If it's a close game, in his bag. If they're up, that bag is put away and he's holding on for dear life. So just hesitant to play with the lead. Just hesitant to keep what's working, and thank God for that, because it allowed us to get back in the game. What else are they talking about here? They just going back and forth with Texas Power Ranger. He has a World Series and we don't.
We
I
coming.
I believe, I know LeBron doesn't because it doesn't help his argument, but I still believe in ring culture. So somebody who doesn't have one can't really say shit to someone who does, but hopefully that changes in 4 weeks.
It's about that time, baby. It's about that time. It's that wonderful intersection I always talk about with the end of baseball and the start of football. Y'all know Oh my goodness. The Seattle Mariners, 3 games up on the Houston Astros. Your Eagles making moves. My Seahawks making moves. We are going to one of the great
Two of those things
college
are not like the
football.
other. Two of those things are not like the other.
Yeah, because 2 are football and 1's baseball, dog.
Man, the Seahawks.
We all good. We all good, man.
Yes, sir. But hey, like you said, it's going to be a real interesting sports weekend up in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm glad to get a chance to be a part of it.
Man, no doubt, no doubt.
Maybe we'll have to put something on the social medias with me going straight Rick James, putting my feet on your couch as soon as I walk in the door.
Oh man, good shit, dude. Oh, I've been hyped up all day, man. There's ain't no way around that.
Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be real fun. Anything else you got for the people?
Man, shout out to the live chat. The energy and the fire y'all bring have taken this show way beyond what me and RG could ever do. So thank you to the live chat, man. And let's go Mariners, man. Let's make some fucking history. It's been 24 years since we won the division. You take no opponent lightly. Rockies, you are up next, ready to get served, bro.
Real quick, if Tay Williams is still listening live with us, how many sacks do you think Michael Parsons gets against Dak next week?
Oh no.
That'll really make you hate Jerry. Sorry, just had to get that in.
Oh, dude, I love trading for first round picks, but bro, you dream of drafting a guy like Micah. You dream of drafting and extending those guys.
Those who can. Everybody ain't able. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Another fun one. And thank you for all of you rocking with us in the live chat. This has been My Oh My, it's another sports podcast brought to you by the good folks of Vaden Podcast Service. Live broadcast each and every Sunday coming to you on YouTube. For those of you who can't catch the live broadcast, the recording of this episode drops every Tuesday where you like to get your favorite podcast from. Big shout out to super producer Indy rocking the wheels of steel out in Nashville, Tennessee. Can't make this possible without you. Another big shout out to our social media director, Katie Masamoto. Thank you for all you do helping keeping that presence alive. Don't forget to follow us on our socials at MyOhMyASP. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Snapchat as well as TikTok as well too. For those of you in the live chat who join us, man, we happy to be here for you. We happy that you're here with us. None of this that we do is possible without you, and thank you for the energy that you do bring. The guy on the right side of the screen, best co-host I could ask for. And hey, man, personally, and I'll say this in front of them, I'm excited to get to meet you next week. This has been a long 2-year journey with you. And hey, man, I can't wait. Even if we just have a Dr. Pepper and chill, I'm excited to get a chance to meet you and KB
At
next
the
week, finally in
greatest
person.
setting in college football.
Dude, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to get kicked out for talking shit to Ohio State. Big shout out to Ty Talks 24 representing Little Lake Stevens, Washington. Mother Control in Nashville, Tennessee is ran by Vaden Podcast Services, best producer in the world, Indy. Don't forget to check out his music page here on YouTube, Death to Indy. Go there right now before you log off for the evening and get back to what you're doing. Go check out some of his tracks, leave him some messages, support his mission as well too. I'm the big homie from the Cinco Cero Cinco. I go by the name of RG, and we thank you each and every week for joining us for live episodes of My Oh My, it's another sports podcast.